So just doing my weekly garden update. Show you how everything is going so far. Looking very green. All the beds are filled. Chickens are in full production. But let's do a quick walkthrough. Let me flip this camera around. Okay, so these here are my red potatoes. I don't know if you can tell, but they're already starting to get some blooms on them. Zinnias are coming in nicely. Snapdragons. These are red and mammoth sunflowers. I believe these things are massive, and I think they form more than one. They form more than one bloom on them, flower head. Got my sweet potatoes. Again, this is a first timer here with zinnias. Wanted some cut flowers for the garden. And then, other than getting some green onions, pretty much happy with this herb bed. Again, I got cilantro all in here, some more basil, parsley, oregano, lavender. This is thyme. And that's a little bit of a dill, and then the rosemary is starting to grow. Had I known it was going to take this long, I probably would have just bought a plant. Over here is my spicy peppers, cayenne on this row here, and then I have no cayenne's over here. Then this is jalapenos, and what I've done is I've topped them so they'll start bushing out and forming more branches. Over here are my cucumbers. Some of the ones in the middle, not as healthy looking, but I did spray some Epsom salt the other day. But this is looking really good, and the trellis holding up strong. More peppers. Again, I've topped these as well so that, I don't know if you can see here, when you top your pepper plants, it starts forming more branches or offshoots that will just make the plant bushier instead of it just growing vertically. It'll grow not just vertically, but wider. I'm going to try trellising these cucumbers here. Green beans looking strong. This watermelon, again, looks a little sad, but I'm hoping it will turn a corner. The okra. And again, everything's grown from seeds with the exception of maybe a few plants. This here is a bed of nothing but basil. And I did the same thing like I did my peppers. I cut the tops off so that it will start to bush out and produce more. Romaine lettuce. And I'll have to start some more seeds soon just so that I can succession plant. When I harvest, I have some more plants going in right behind it. And then over here is sweet corn. I've grown corn before, but you need a plant. I guess they have to be planted very densely so that the silk, it can pollinate properly. And if it doesn't, you get what I guess it's like baby corn, and it doesn't really work that well. So I'm hoping I space those guys well enough. And then right here is loofah. It grows similar to your like zucchini squash, but the leaves are definitely different. And then over here is my celery. I did buy these from the store, but it's coming in nicely. Once it gets a little bit bigger, what I'll do is I'll use some twine and bind them so that the stalks will form tighter and be stronger. I've seen someone do that before, and it seems to work. And then here, the onion's doing okay. I did have something come in between one of my rows and wipe out some of them, but looks pretty strong. And then I have my zucchini and squash that I'm going to try growing vertically here on these stakes here. Uh, this here is my San Marzano tomatoes. I have to address some of the suckers that have been growing, and there's been a few blooms like I have to see right here. That's a flower there that I just have to remove so the plant can focus on growing. I don't want any tomatoes when it's this small. Very healthy. Some more tomatoes. This is just a variety of smaller tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes. Again, I'm trellising them similar as I'm doing the cucumbers, but coming in pretty strong. It's just always nice to see something when you started from seeds. And I actually had to start some of these twice because they did not germinate. Some more flowers I have to remove. And then this here is my slicing tomatoes. And these here are they're orange beefsteak tomatoes and Cherokee purple. And I've never grown that before, so. But again, I wanted a slicing tomato. It's really good with sandwiches, burgers. And with 18 beds, you can have a little bit of variety in your garden. And then these, I thought these garlics, and maybe they might still be forming them, but these are garlic that I saved from last year that I planted back in September. And then on the back side here, I have more peppers, mint, sunflowers, beets, more beets. They're like smaller baby beets, wildflowers, carrots. Little sugar snap peas are forming now. More sunflowers. Spinach, radishes. More flowers, yes, eucalyptus. And then I mention these are my sweet potatoes. Very low maintenance. Other than water, I don't have a watering system, so I just water everything by hand, which I don't mind. And with some fertilizing once in a while, I like to think the garden is doing pretty good, considering maybe a month after all these beds were pretty much empty. And again, this is just all my backyard. That's my house right there. I have some fruit trees in the back against the fence. Chicken coop. I have 9 chickens. Shed. My greenhouse. So the length of this is 40 feet by, I say 30 feet, but I have plenty of space. The dog can catch her frisbee, and I'm not taking that much footprint, and I can grow again a lot in my garden. And again, what's really cool is not only do I have gardening in my backyard, fresh eggs, but anytime I want to go fishing, freshwater fishing, I have this beautiful water behind my house. Uh, what makes this really cool, uh, you have to stay, dog. All right, the last gate doesn't really open up. All right, so I'm gonna see how close I can get without being too scared. But there's 2 alligators. There's one far side that you can't see, but then there's one right in front of me. I'll turn the camera around. Usually, what happens, it just scurries off into the water. But this is a small one. The big one is, but that's the smaller one of the two. But the big one is right across things sore. But again, this is all my house, and I'm like, so again, that's why my channel is about gardening. If you like any of those 3 things, make sure you subscribe to my channel and be sure to like my videos. Um, as it starts, well, it's already starting to warm up. Today's a little cooler, but we'll definitely be on the water a lot more. And I run a small charter business, so I have the joy of taking passengers out on the water, whether it's fishing or boat rides, and I take family friends out all the time. So, and then we have a lot of great fishing in our area too. So, but hopefully this inspires you to get out in your yard, whether you're in an apartment, patio, big space like this here, even bigger. Just start gardening. Find something. You can grow something in a bucket like this here if you wanted to, and it's super easy. I mean, I'll make a video where I'll show you like what my first garden looked like. It was nowhere close to what I have right now, but everything has its genesis. So just get out and start gardening. You know, I'm doing fruit trees for the first time this year, or adding more fruit trees. Always had a fig tree, but just grow your own food. Super easy. Your friends will appreciate it. You'll appreciate it. And whatever you don't eat, you can always give away. I donate plenty. So, um, like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thanks for joining me today. I'm signing off. Hope everyone have a great weekend. Peace.